There is nothing more tragic than to find an individual bogged down in the length of life, devoid of breadth. Shallow understanding from people of goodwill is more frustrating than absolute misunderstanding from people of ill will. A lie cannot live. There can be no deep disappointment where there is not deep love. Man must evolve for all human conflict a method which rejects revenge, aggression and retaliation. The foundation of such a method is love. Non-violence is absolute commitment to the way of love. Love is not emotional bash, it is not empty sentimentalism. It is the active outpouring of one's whole being into the being of another. We are not makers of history. We are made by history. Rarely do we find men who willingly engage in hard, solid thinking. There is an almost universal quest for easy answers and half-baked solutions. Nothing pains some people more than having to think. We must build dikes of courage to hold back the flood of fear. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred. Man must evolve for all human conflict a method which rejects revenge, aggression and retaliation. The foundation of such a method is love. In some not too distant tomorrow the radiant stars of love and brotherhood will shine over our great nation with all their scintillating beauty. We shall match your capacity to inflict suffering by our capacity to endure suffering. We will meet your physical force with soul force. Do to us what you will. And we shall continue to love you. That's love, you see. It is redemptive, and this is why Jesus says love. There's something about love that builds up and is creative. There is something about hate that tears down and is destructive. So love your enemies. You can kill the dreamer, but you can't kill the dream. I want to be the white man's brother, not his brother-in-law. Even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. A right delayed is a right denied. Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor, it must be demanded by the oppressed. The hottest place in hell is reserved for those who remain neutral in times of great moral conflict. We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools. The quality, not the longevity, of one's life is what is important. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus but a molder of consensus. The moral arc of the universe bends at the elbow of justice. I am not interested in power for power's sake, but I'm interested in power that is moral, that is right and that is good.